Be me. Circa early 2000. Life felt solid. House in the suburbs. 2 rugrats. A girl, Lily, 6, and a boy, Tom, 4. Wife, Sarah, we were married 7 years. Felt like we were building something real. Sunshine, laughter, the whole damn Norman Rockwell thing. Then the little crack started. Sarah started taking the kids to her parents' place a lot, like every other day. 90-minute drive each way. She worked part-time from home, flexible hours. Suddenly, every non-working moment was mum and dad time. Seemed excessive. Gut started twisting. Just a feeling, you know, like a low hum of wrongness in the background. Asked her about it, casual like at dinner. Oh, they miss the kids and mum needs help with the garden and, you know, family. Her voice, though, too bright, too quick, cracked like cheap glass right at the end. My chest tightened. Sarah was a terrible liar. Always had been. Started tracking mileage on the minivan. Subtle at first, just glancing at the odometer. Then keeping a little notebook in the glove compartment. Numbers did not lie. Extra 400 miles a week. Easy. No new errands. No extra trips I knew about. The hum of wrongness turned into a buzzing in my skull. My stomach felt like lead. My gut was screaming. One night, late, kids finally asleep, Sarah's laptop was humming on the kitchen counter. She had left it open. Temptation, dark and slick, coiled in my chest. I told myself, just checking email. Yeah, right. My eyes flicked to the sticky note right next to the keyboard. Faded blue sticky note, her AOL password, scrawled on it in her messy handwriting. Her AOL password from freaking 1998? Heart hammered against my ribs. Felt like I was crossing a line I swore I would never cross. But the buzzing in my head was deafening. Fingers trembled as I typed it in. AOL's ancient chime echoed in the quiet kitchen as her inbox loaded. Digital skeletons in the closet. Email from Jess Bestie 4, Eva. Subject, OMG, you won't believe who I saw. My blood ran cold. Opened it, lines blurred as I read. Sarah gushing to her best friend. About him. About hooking up with him again. Mark, hotshot quarterback Riley from high school. Her Mark. My vision tunneled as I scrolled down. Pages of digital poison. Details of their reconnection. Their secret lunches. Stolen afternoons. And then the trash talk about his wife. Poor Rhonda got so fat after the twins. LOL. Sarah, my Sarah, laughing about another woman's body while betraying her own family. My breath hitched. Stomach churned. Printed every single email. Pages spitting out of the old inkjet, the whirring a soundtrack to my world crumbling. Stashed them like evidence, like a goddamn squirrel hoarding radioactive nuts. Still, I needed proof. Something concrete, undeniable. Needed to see it with my own eyes, even if I did not want to. Called up old college buddy Dave. He is a cop now, small-town sheriff. Dave, need a favor, something discreet. He did not ask questions, just said, got a guy, name's Ron, private investigator, legend in his own right. Dave hooked me up. Met Ron in a dimly lit diner booth. Ron was rumpled, old school cool, seen it all 1,000 times. Gave him the printed emails, the dates, Sarah's car description, the whole pathetic story. He just nodded, eyes like chips of flint. Give me a few days. Days crawled. Felt like weeks. Dread hung heavy in the air. Then, Ron called. Got something for you. Meet me back at the diner. Booth in the back. This time, he slid a thick manila envelope across the table. Inside, photos, dates, times, locations, black and white images, grainy and stark. Sarah's minivan pulling into the parking lot of the Sleepy Pines Motel, a real romantic shithole on the edge of town. Photos of Sarah and him. Mark Riley, checking in, holding hands like teenagers. Photos of them leaving hours later, Sarah's hair slightly mussed, Mark adjusting his belt. Betrayal, captured in cheap motel lighting. Ron filled in the blanks. Sarah would drop the kids off at her parents' claiming it was grandma time. Then, sneak off to meet Mark for a lunch date that stretched into the afternoon. Pick up the kids later, beaming fake smiles, smelling faintly of cheap motel air freshener, and him. Wondered what lies she spun for her parents. Did they suspect? Did they care? Called a divorce lawyer the next morning. Did not need to explain much. Cheating wife. Want to make it clean. Quick. Lawyer nodded. Seen it all too. This was not just about me anymore. My parents went through a brutal, messy divorce when I was a kid. Cheating, screaming, lawyers circling like vultures. Not letting history repeat itself for my kids. Also asked Ron for one more favor. Dig up everything you can on this Mark Riley. Turns out, hotshot quarterback Mark was now just Robert. Robert with a wife, 3 kids, and a shiny VP of sales title at his father-in-law's lumber business. Oh, the juicy potential. Lawyer drafted the divorce papers, and Ron became my karmic delivery boy. He tracked down Robert's wife, Rhonda, delivered the manila envelope to her door. Anonymous, just for Rhonda Riley. Heard through the grapevine what happened next. Rhonda, bless her furious heart, did not scream or cry. She went surgical, cleaned out their joint accounts, packed up the kids, moved in with her sister. Then she went to her father, Papa Lumber Magnate. Papa Lumber Magnate did not take kindly to his golden boy VP cheating on his daughter. Robert got fired from the family business. Then, the in-laws who owned the house they lived in evicted him. Boom. Domino effect of righteous fury. Karma, fully loaded and aimed directly at douchebag central. Divorce turned into a goddamn cage fight. Restraining orders flying. Police reports. Accusations hurled like grenades in court. Robert's life imploded. Went up in flames like a cheap fireworks stand on the 4th of July. Last I heard he skipped town. Vanished. Cannot find him online, no social media ghosts. Probably living under a rock in some forgotten corner of the country, choking on the ashes of his choices. Me? Divorced. Sucked, but focused on Lily and Tom. Co-parenting with Sarah was cordial, ghostly cordial, for the kids' sake. Kids grew up though, healthy, happy, now adults, launched into their own lives. They barely speak to Sarah now. No hate, just nothing much there. She is their mum, biologically speaking. That is about it. Cheat on my wife with yours, Robert. Hope you enjoy the taste of ashes, buddy. Goes down real bitter.